All right, let's take a look at question 9. Which choice best describes the relationship between the two passages? Okay, so this question asks us to consider the relationship between the passages, and when tackling questions like this, the pre-work that we did as we read the passage is going to come in super handy. So we know that the passages are arguing different sides of the same issue. Namely, passage 1 says that the web shatters focus, it's right there in the title, and that it changes our brains. And passage 2, the Steven Pinker piece, Mind Over Mass Media, says that our brains don't change quite so easily. So the answer to this question is likely to reflect this difference of perspectives. Let's go through the choices. A. Passage 2 relates first-hand experiences that contrast with the clinical approach in passage 1. If this choice were right, passage 2 would relate first-hand experiences perhaps with anecdotes or short personal stories by the author, but that doesn't happen, so this is wrong. Choice B. Passage 2 critiques the conclusions drawn from the research discussed in passage 1. Interesting. Passage 2 does have a different and opposing perspective from passage 1. Let's leave this in for now. Choice C. Passage 2 takes a high-level view of a result that passage 1 examines in depth. This choice implies that the passages are on the same side of an argument, and we know from our earlier work that that just isn't right. Not looking good, choice C. And choice D, passage 2 predicts the negative reactions that the finding discussed in passage 1 might produce. Passage 2 does have a negative reaction to the position of the media critics, whose position the author of passage 1 seems to agree with, but the word predicts is off here. Passage 2 argues against the perspective shared in passage 1, and this choice doesn't get at that. So to choice D, I would say no thank you, and simple as that, we have found our way to choice B. Prediction is, again, super helpful here. We know that we're looking for a choice that makes it clear that these passages are on opposing sides of a debate. And the closest match to that is B. The pre-reading step really helped me here. Otherwise, I would have been bogged down in trying to tie some of these choices to specifics from the text. But because we already determined in our own words how these two passages relate to one another, we can dispatch this question pretty quickly and move on. Good luck out there. You've got this.